Hello again, Dan Alasso, Making History, and it's day 20 of Retrenchment. That means, I think, 261 to go. Yesterday was the first day of classes, as I mentioned, and it went pretty well for me. There were, of course, some snags. The technology in the room that I was teaching in didn't work. So I was not able to project from my notebook computer to the big screen. So while a technician from IT services worked on it for the entire class period, trying unsuccessfully to get it to work and using my computer to do that, I talked off the top of my head about what I was planning to do during the semester, how we were planning on using primary sources for understanding U.S. history, and what the difference between primary sources and secondary sources were and all that. And I think it went pretty well. Hopefully, the controller in the cabinet, which the guy said he was actually going to need to reprogram or replace, is fixed by the next class meeting on Wednesday morning, because I will need it to project a set of PowerPoint slides for my first lecture. Later in the morning, I had an hour-long discussion on Zoom with my friend who runs the faculty learning circles, which I've been attending pretty steadily for the last couple of years, writing open textbooks and redesigning courses. We talked a lot about how we might move forward together, given what's going on, with our project on zero textbook cost Z degrees and kind of promoting them throughout the system and connecting up all the people who are working on them in different places, different colleges and universities throughout our system. So I'm thinking about extending my open education work beyond BSU into the entire Minnesota State system. The situation at Bemidji obviously is complicated, and it's possible that they may not be ready to undertake developing pathways through majors that are free of textbook expense anytime really soon, depending on how things work out with their reorganization and the retrenchment. But that doesn't mean that the system shouldn't move forward. And really another thing that I discovered in the last, 24, 36 hours is that there's actually nothing preventing me from offering my services to other institutions that might want to pursue this goal. And on that note, I have been invited by the Minnesota State University at Mankato to do just that, to participate in a couple of workshops at the end of September that are focused on developing and assessing and also communicating about textbook affordability on campus. And that'll be a great opportunity for me to share what I've been working on and thinking about, and also to discover how others are approaching these issues in the system. I also finalized my registration and my travel plans for mid-October to the next Open Education or OE Global Conference. I went to the 2019 meeting in Milan just before COVID began. This one is in Edmonton, so actually I'm going to drive to it. So that's the news from yesterday and this morning. I do think this retrenchment diary is helping me to stay focused on doing something every day to address my predicament. Today, I have another first meeting of a fall class. This one is Women in World History, and I'm looking forward to greeting the students. It's an elective, so I've had several of them before, so it'll be fun seeing them again. But I'll also be working on addressing this bigger picture, and I will report on that tomorrow. So until then, thank you very much for listening and for going with me on this journey, and I will see you again.